welcome to my first Halloween tutorial of Halloween 2017. I say first, like there's going to be more, and I honestly can't promise that. So this is one Halloween tutorial that I did this year. So I don't know if you can tell, this is a Wednesday Addams look. I am 33, so I totally know who Wednesday Addams is, but if you are younger, you might have to Google it. It was from a movie called The Addams Family, which I believe was also a show, and Wednesday Addams is basically the original goth. And she's awesome. There's a fly in here, so that is really adding to like the Halloween vibes. Gross. So yes, this is a Wednesday Addams look, but this is an updated version. This is like what I would call grown-up Wednesday Addams, or maybe glam goth Wednesday Addams. Or as I was doing it, I kind of realized this is Wednesday Addams if she was around today and had Instagram. So this could be Instagram Wednesday Addams, because, you know, I did a lot of things that I don't usually do in my everyday makeup or on clients, which is a cut crease and severe contour and Instagram brows, and I overlined my lips, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm Instagramming this. So hey, I like how this look came out, but I do not recommend that you use the same wig that I used. I got this at Walmart. I should have known that it was going to suck because it was only $7.98. And like, look how good it looks on her. Yeah, pretty sure this is not even the same wig. I do like that it is boxer braids, because those were kind of trendy earlier in the year, last year. And that does like kind of make this feel more like an updated Wednesday Addams. But it sucks, and it is made of very flammable plastic probably, and it barely fits my head. Like, I had to double check that this was not for a child. It is an adult wig. I tried it on my husband, fit him just fine, so I guess I have a big head, but yeah, if you could find a better wig, please do. Oh, shout out to my mom, because she got me this shirt, and she didn't get it for this Halloween tutorial at all. This is just like a shirt she got me to wear to do makeup. And I love it. It's become my favorite shirt. Every time I wear it, I'm like feeling like Wednesday Addams. And so she actually told me, hey, why don't you do a Wednesday Addams makeup tutorial? You already have the shirt. And I was like, Mom, thank you. You're so smart. So thank you, Mom, for the shirt. I love it. It's my favorite shirt, and it makes me feel like Wednesday Addams every time I wear it. If you want to see how to do this updated Gothic Glam Instagram Wednesday Addams makeup tutorial, please just keep watching.
I'm going to start out the eye look by using a cool toned taupe eyeshadow like Lime Lights number 40, or taupe for the best. I'm using an IT Cosmetics crease brush to place this a little bit above my crease. It is getting in there a little bit, but we're mostly trying to keep this at the very, very top edge of the crease, since we are going to do a cut crease look. We're going to give our Wednesday Addams some Instagram brows, so I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, which is great for really sculpting out that high impact brow. I'm using a Limelight synthetic brow brush, and I am just building up a very fierce arched eyebrow. Now I'm going in with a matte light gray shadow, and I am going to build up a little bit of shadow on that outer corner. Again, we're going to do a cut crease, so I'm not going to let this get too far over, but we're going to start to contour that outer third of the eye. Now I'm going to warm up the eye look a little bit. I'm using Enfuego from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to kind of put that on the very edge of the top part of our eye look, and then bring it in a little bit, almost contouring on the inner corner of the nose. And I'm also going to use a pencil brush and drag this along the lower lash line. This will kind of give the look a little bit more of like an insomniac appearance. Now I'm using a deep plum shade. This is Ashes from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I am going to further deepen up that outer corner of the eye. I'm just using a blending brush, and I'm trying to keep that on the outer third. I'm going to deepen the outer corner even further with a matte black shadow. This is from Limelight, but you can use any black eyeshadow as long as it's a nice rich black. And I'm using a little smudge brush to place the color first, keeping it really close to my lash line. And then I'm going to grab that blending brush and soften it out. I'm also trying to sweep away some fallout because I normally would do my eye makeup first, but I didn't really feel like showing you the whole foundation routine because I really just used a lighter shade than normal to give me a little paler appearance is all. But you can like load up setting powder underneath to catch out fallout and then sweep it away. I'm using the Pixie one. This is newer, and honestly I don't love this powder, but it kind of is nice for Halloween looks. As you can see, I think I was inhaling some of it. My cause of death will most certainly be powder lung. Okay, now it is time for the cut crease. I am using LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is a medium to full coverage cream concealer, or liquid, and I'm using a flat synthetic brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to get a little bit of concealer on my brush and start to carve out the crease shape. This is totally going to depend on your eye shape. I have a prominent crease, I have a lot of lid space, and I feel like the cut crease is almost harder on my eye shape. Or maybe I just kind of suck at it, but they're not easy to do, and I totally commend people that do this on the regular. As you can see, it took me a little while to really build upon that shape, make sure it stays nice and rounded at the top, and then we are going to set this with a lighter colored shadow. This is Creamboat from Limelight, and you could even use Stark White if you wanted to, but I'm just going to press that all over the concealer. Grabbing more of that matte gray, I'm going to just blend the concealer and shadow parts back together since there was like a weird abrupt stop. And then I am going to grab Ashes again to deepen it back up with our dark purple color. And finally, I'm going to grab black again to reinforce that very outer corner, just because we do want to keep the outer part really dark to really contrast with that really bright, stark lid. And you might, need to go back in with your concealer brush like I am and reinforce your line if it got a little bit of shadow over it. Going to line the waterline with black liner, and now we are going to do the top liner, which is going to be a wing. I'm using Kat Von D's Trooper, and I am building a pretty dramatic wing. This is extending out pretty far. Again, this is going to be something that depends on your eye shape. I have a lot of room here to do this. You might want to do thinner if you don't have as much lid space as I do. And take your time. Again, winged liner is really hard. It is not something that you will nail on the first try. I'm going back in and I'm just making sure that it's a nice gradual line, and it is definitely way thicker on the outer corner. That's just the look that I chose to do. And now we're going to do mascara. I'm using Urban Decay's Troublemaker, which is new. And I feel like it's totally okay if you get kind of spidery lashes for this look. It is a Halloween look. So I'm just layering and layering on the mascara. I am going to put lashes on after this, but I like to do a good amount of mascara so that false lashes blend in really well with your natural lashes. I wanted to add a little bit more warmth and redness to the bottom lash line, so I'm grabbing the color called He Devil from that Urban Decay Naked Heat palette on a little pointed blender brush, and I am sweeping that along the lower lash line, and I think this really helps to make the look more Halloween versus just like a warm smoky eye look. Now we are moving on to contour. I am actually using that same Limelight eyeshadow we started with, which is number 40, Taupe for the Best. It makes a super awesome contour color because it's really ashy, and I am using a Pixie double-ended contour brush to do this. I'm contouring a lot more severely and almost more masculine than I normally would. We're kind of going for, that sunken in, kind of unhealthy appearance, so I am bringing that contour in a lot farther than I normally would on the cheekbones. Now for my favorite part, the lips. We are going to first line with Bite Beauty's lip pencil in 44, and I like to make this little X shape at the top and then a line on the bottom, and that helps to really center me, and I work out from there. When I don't do this, I find I totally get off course, and then I create this weird asymmetrical lip shape. So we're gonna line and then fill in. And then next we are going to grab another Bite Beauty product, which is their Amuse Bouche, love saying that, lipstick, in Whiskey, which is this gorgeous like dark blood red. I love it. It's a perfect Halloween lipstick, but I would totally wear this on the regular. So I'm going to fill in with that, and then I am going to top this with a black lip gloss. This is from Armor Beauty, which I read is shutting up shop. So sad. And this is going to give our lip look like this really cool patent leather like shine, and I feel like this really just tied it all together. Now we are going to add a quick little nose contour because this is an Instagram look and I do want it to look cohesive since I have contoured my cheekbone area too. And then we are ready to put on some false lashes. These are the Ardell Wispy style, and they are sometimes easier to apply with an applicator like this little guy, or tweezers, or your fingers. I don't know. Another thing I don't think's easy. You just gotta practice and practice and practice. And now it's time for our Wednesday Addams hair, which is this awful wig from Walmart that was kind of difficult to work with. So I hope you get a better one. And then we do have to add the widow's peak. So I'm using that Trooper liner again from Kat Von D to draw the initial shape because we want it to be really sharp. Then I'm using that Limelight Black matte shadow to just fill in as though this were our hairline extending. I like a matte shadow for this. It's going to look a lot more realistic and hair-like. And there you have it, a Gothic Glam Instagram Wednesday Addams.
You know that I was going all in for this look because I'm wearing false eyelashes and I never wear false eyelashes. I already want to take them off, but I think that they really added to the look. This is basically, my whole face is nevers, things I never do. So this was fun. I should do this more often. I'm gonna kill this fly now. This fly, I'm gonna murder it. Ugh. It's sitting on my Fenty foundation right now. Excuse me.